So I did two trades on Tesla, one trade on the short side and one trade onto the long side. And the key here was that I quickly covered my short position and flipped my position to the long. And if I wouldn't have done that, if I wouldn't have got a stop out, it would have been a very, very big loss on the short trade. So Tesla on a daily chart, just putting everything on perspective, let me remove all the levels that we have here. Tesla was near the 52-week high yesterday, popped up. It's not all-time high. All-time high is at 480, which goes back to 2024. But we did break the 52-week high at around 473. Today was a day that I looked at it and see potentially if you can get a break up or break down. But as you see, it made a new high of around 480, and obviously the all-time high is at 488. At the open, opened really weak, so really sold up for the first 3 minutes, and I thought that that could be a good short, because we also had the market atlas, looking at the market atlas that potentially can go towards 460, 465, and going down. So they did a really nice 1 minute opening range breakdown. I didn't take that trade. It would have been a really good short. If you want to go short here, put a stop loss here, but I didn't take that trade. Went down to this level. It did bounce back a little bit, and I said, okay, I'm going to short it here if you want to break the 466. And the market atlas was showing some orders at 466. I went short, and then suddenly really squeezed back up with some really good volume. I decided to add a little bit more on it on the short in case it shows weakness and wants to go lower. And again, remember, in that time was minus 1% in the day. So I said, okay, it's weak, market is kind of weak. Let me add a little bit more on that. So this is not averaging up. It's actually, adding to my position. But as soon as the squeeze with volume went through the VWAP, I said, okay, I'm going to get a stopped out on it. And I quickly got a stopped out. And then since the volume was really good and this candlestick turned out to be super squeezy candlestick, I decided to flip my position and go long on that. So not only I covered my short, but I went long on this for the break of high of the day, and market atlas after you went through the VWAP completely switched to bullish, and then I added more. We did break the high of the day one time here, came back up to the VWAP. My average was somewhere around 470. I still had the belief that it could possibly go higher. Added more back. Again, the market atlas was really showing going up, and as you see here, went up red to green. It did drop at one point, and it really worried me, and that was exactly my average around here, 470. That was my original stop loss I was thinking of getting out. I was so close to get a stopped out, but that turned out to be a fail drop, and then quickly bounced back. If I would have gone stopped out here, I would have probably got back in there long here, because that was a really quick squeeze out of the VWAP. So, and this is very important, because sometimes you really do this failed fake breakdowns and then quickly come back up. So that was the moment that I would have probably got back in there. And then we did a red to green and really nice move up. Market atlas was very clear on that. And then I actually decided to continue adding to that position to break the 482, which was the 52-week high of yesterday, which would be the 52-week high. And we did go all the way up to 482. I think the high of the day was 482.06. I got out some at 482. It did bounce back, and I did a 920 trade on it. Kind of knew that it might not really work, so I came to a 920 moving average. I went long, and then I got a stop at the break even, which was kind of at the VWAP, and now kind of lost hope on it that it's going to go anywhere. So that's as simple as you can get, but this is very important that the getting a stopped out is the most important thing that people have to learn. If I was short here and I wouldn't get a stopped out and continuously adding to my position here, I would have blown up my account. So a lot of people are telling me what's the difference between adding and averaging up. Is when I'm averaging up, I have this really big stop loss in my mind, that is the VWAP. If it crosses the VWAP, you have no business staying short in there. At least not based on my trade book and my strategies. And that's probably, this squeeze is probably coming from a lot of people that they need to cover their shorts. And that's why it's suddenly, it squeezes really fast. So you get out and flip your position. If you really think that, it's just turned out to be a good trade on the long side, just flip your position. Or if sometimes you get a stopped out here, you can always come back. And you see, even if I would have come back here, still I would have gotten a really good move on this. So don't be afraid of getting a stopped out. That's a big, one of the big problems that we have. And on a 5-minute chart is I looked at the 5-minute chart. Actually, it did become, when I took the trade, was becoming almost a bullish engulfing. And this bullish engulfing was one of my favorite strategies, you know, and I explained that in my book as well. So for those of you who are still reading books in the AI time, this is a really good book that to learn about these strategies. So, and I see it did really work out very nicely. And more than anything else, I want to talk about something, guys, about getting stopped out. Yesterday, somebody emailed me and he said that one of my friends is constantly buying this funded account and he doesn't know how to trade. Can you do something about it? And then we checked the email and I saw that there is one person that actually has bought 6 funded accounts and blew them up. So I asked Mike to email him and say, hey, dude, guys, don't buy the funded account. You don't have a strategy. You just keep losing money on that. And he emailed me back. I can later share the email without name in the newsletter. And he said, Andrew, my problem is I cannot get stopped out. So what we recommended to him is that, first of all, don't waste your money like this. Practice on a simulator and practice on accepting the loss. It's very important to accept the loss. Otherwise, you just keep, you know, burning your cash like in the market or in the funded account or any challenge or anything like that. Is accepting the loss is very important. I know it's painful. I know it's not in our human nature, but it saves your life. It protects your life. And it's very important to accept the loss, as painful as it can be, but you always have the chance to get back. And that's the very important lesson, that you always have the chance to get back into the trade. And it is gonna happen. If you want to become a trader, you have to accept that market has it's the nature of the market. You cannot be 100% correct. The Connor, one of our funded account traders that actually made over $10,000, and I paid him 2 days ago, he had an accuracy of only 30%. 70% of his trades were lost. But because his winners were big, he was profitable after 3 months. And of course, sometimes he gets lucky with 1 or 2 good trades, and it really helps in the, pushing the profit up, and that's what you really want. And we did, publish a paper on that with 75% loss and 25% accuracy, you can still significantly beat the market if you let the winners just run for you. So accept the loss and keep your trading very simple, and you don't need to make many trades. You know, for me, you look at my chart, there's a lot of dots, but it's actually 2 trades. You know, partials and adds are part of that trade management of 1 single trade. So if I want to show you guys what's happening here, so if I want to show you what's happening here, so that's 1 trade that I got stopped out, and then I flip my position, and these are all 1 trade. Obviously, these ads worked, and 1 ad didn't work. And I don't blame myself. I don't cry that, oh, why this ad didn't work. It's just the nature of the market that sometimes it doesn't work for you. And your job is to find those patterns and recognize those patterns and trade those patterns nicely.
For my main trade book, The Opening Range Breakout Strategy, I have a step-by-step crash course that you can watch and learn for free. Comment the word ORB and I will send you a link with 3 different trading strategy crash courses from 3 different head traders at the Bear Bull Traders community. And don't forget to give this video a free like if you appreciate transparency and realistic trading videos.